Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Starry Tarot. I hope y'all are doing great tonight. If you are new here, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your subscription. If you are returning, welcome back, and very good to see you. Happy Sunday to all y'all out there. My name is Sophie, and I am your tarot reader for this evening. I can answer any questions that you may have, with the exception of legal and or medical questions. I have many decks. For those of you who are new here, I have many decks. I have 30 at this point. And this is one of the two traditional decks that I actually have and use. The holographic White Tarot. So we're going the more traditional route today. I am, in addition to being able to answer any of your questions, I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know so I can check in beforehand and see. And there is Nightbot. Welcome, Nightbot. Thank you for being here. I also offer soulmate confirmation readings. Those are pretty somewhat self-explanatory. While I don't believe in the whole twin flame thing, I do believe in soulmates and that concept, and firmly do believe in that, and can check for you with your spirit guides to see if a particular person in your life is meant to be there. I also offer past life regression readings. That is something that I've been studying for many years now, since I was a child, and I am able to regress and eliminate one of your past lives. And the intent can be up to you. It doesn't necessarily have to be something that's most relevant to your current life's journey. It can be, if you wanted to illuminate something else that you may be experiencing or going through or questioning, that is also another way of doing past life regression. I do a lot of romance questions. I answer a lot of romance questions, and a lot of my clients will come in and ask if, what someone's thoughts are towards them, or what someone's feelings are towards them, or what someone's intentions are towards them. Well, I can answer all three in one, with my OG love reading or my TFI reading, and it's at no additional donation amount. I get your general energies, the person's general energies that you're asking about, and their thoughts, their feelings, and their ultimate intentions towards you. That is definitely a popular one there. I also offer private readings offline. I offer two different types. I offer them by appointment only. If you want to do it one-on-one via Zoom, and it's very much like the setup here. You'll be able to see the cards, you'll be able to see me, hear me. It's optional if you want to show me your face, but you can, I'll be hearing you, you'll be talking to me, and I highly recommend it for everyone, but I especially recommend it for people who are going through something particularly complex, or that requires extra backstory or context, and or may require additional questions. And because there's no time limit there. So yeah, with that, the donation queue is open. Whoever donates next will be first. Hey Deb, how you doing, girl? Happy Sunday. You're fine. The weekend was okay until yesterday. What happened? If you don't mind telling me. Yeah, happy Sunday. Me and CB got into an argument and a lot of untrue and hurtful things were said. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Deb. That's but that it doesn't I hate to say it, but it doesn't surprise me at the same time, you know. He's just unhinged. He's totally unhinged. Not at all. No, not at all. He's that sounds like him. That checks out. His behavior's just too predictable. Even without the cards. Even without the cards, girl. He actually said, I'm the vindictive and evil one. I'm not surprised he did, because that's something that would get a rise out of anybody. If somebody said that to me, that would really get me upset. In fact, that I was gaslit into thinking that at one point. They came back years later and admitted they were wrong, but too little, too late. Yeah. I mean, the cards are great because they confirm, like they spirit's confirmation. But I have a big heart, and the same person said it. I had a beautiful soul. You mean CB said you had a beautiful soul? And I'm sure he means that. I'm sure he doesn't mean that he said that you were vindictive and evil. He's just unhinged, and he will say anything to get a rise out of you because he sees you as the reason why he's not satisfied and disappointed in his love life. And I think he feels vindictive. He's the vindictive one and wants to make you feel that way. And other people have never described. No, you're not. You don't strike. You don't give me that energy. Yes, he said my soul was beautiful in the past. Yeah, I think he believes that, and I think that's why he's saying this, to get a rise out of you. And furthermore, though, I also don't think his opinion matters, Deb. Who is he to say that you have a beautiful soul or not? We know you have a beautiful soul. Who is he to judge that? Being who he is and acting, behaving the way he does. What authority is he? Yeah. It's like that thing I said a little while ago, or I say it a lot, but mind over matter. Like, if these people don't matter in your life, which he doesn't ultimately, don't pay it any mind. If they do matter, then that, I guess, is something to be mindful of. But this guy has no authority. He hardly knows you. He thinks he does. He's enamored by you. He's infatuated. He's obsessed with you. So he thinks he knows you, but he doesn't know who you are entirely. And you are a beautiful soul. You really are, and you radiate that. But in that, he also has no right to say that you're vindictive either, because he just don't know you that well. He's making, like, I don't know, he's in his own world. Just the other day, he admitted he loved me and missed me. Yeah. Yes, very obsessed. I definitely see that now. Yeah, it's unhealthy. It's limerence. It's called limerence. Um, when someone is infatuated or in love with somebody and it's not requited, it's not returned, they will do anything just to keep the person in their life, even if it's negative attention. They can't imagine not having them in their life, and they imagine it's truly delusional. They fantasize about possibilities, shreds of hope, hold out for like tiny shreds of hope. He's living in a dream world. Yeah, Delulu. And he says I live in denial when I'm the realistic one in this situation. Yeah, yeah. No, he's not right, girl. He's not right in the head. Don't listen. Don't take anything he says to heart. I can't tell you what to do, but I mean, I would I would just stop talking to him. I don't see what purpose he's serving you in any positive way in your life. If I'm so evil and bitter, then why would he keep trying to do business with me and ask me? That's what I'm saying, girl. And the fact that he's asking you for money is so yuck, too. What a turnoff, at least for me. And he's trying to we know why he's trying to do business with you, Deb. Because he wants to be with you. He thinks that's going to be the ticket to being able to be with you. He even called that other day saying he was struggling emotionally and wanted my company too. But you're not his girlfriend, and he's done nothing to have you be in his good grace, to have to make him be in your good graces. You don't owe him anything. Yeah, I understand, hon, because you are a very graceful woman. And yeah, you're very, dignified, and when they go low, you keep your head held high. But I think at this point, I think you've showed him enough grace, and that it's very rare that I ever say that. But I think you've given him quite enough grace, and he keeps on turning it around and warping it. Like, I think of the Queen of Swords. She's the most graceful of all the four queens. and she has a lot of dignity, a lot of grace. However, she has a sword in her hand, and she will use that sword. She will wield that sword to draw those boundaries, those lines in the sand if it's necessary. She'll if someone necessarily needs to be cut out of your life, if it would benefit you, if them being in your life is not benefiting you, it's only causing you distress. But I show up as the Queen of Pentacles or Cups, though. I'm just saying, for example, Deb, I'm feeling Queen of Swords energy, and from your what you're explaining right now, your actions. I didn't pull a card. I'm just giving an example of like the energy that you are demonstrating, that your actions and your thought processes. And with that, though, is also drawing boundaries, and possibly even cutting someone out of your life if they're just not serving you. Otherwise, you're going to end up feeling bitter, because the Queen of Swords Reaper starts to feel bitter, and if she doesn't remove herself from these negative like energies and people, she might start to see a pattern, or feel like there's a pattern when there isn't one. And I'm not saying that's going to happen with you, but I have seen it happen when people keep people in their lives, and it's just not serving. I'm very emotionally bird, so I don't see how he said I'm bitter. Because he's trying to get your goat, and I didn't say you were bitter. I don't think you're bitter, but I think that if you continue talking to him and things get like this, you may end up feeling bitter, because you've shown so much compassion, and one can only show so much compassion to someone like that. He is trying to get your goat, girl. Yeah. Like, you guys are just on totally two very different levels. I probably shouldn't ask about it again. That's a lost cause situation. I mean, if I were you, Deb, if I were to ask one last question about it, I would ask what your spirit guides think about the situation. That I would be curious about. Yeah. That's a better question to ask about. I mean, I think so. I'm often curious sometimes in certain situations what my guides think. Sometimes it can be a little unclear to me. Like, but that's like me reading for myself, so that can be hard. Thank you so much, Deb. for your donation, hun. All right, hun. So you just want to ask your spirit guides what they think about CB. What do my spirit guides think about the CB situation? Or do I word it like, what is their advice? Yeah, I think just asking them what they think about the situation is solid. Because if they do have any advice, if there is anything that can be, advised, um, they'll give you the course of action. Yeah. Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What do the spirit guides think about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What do Dev's spirit guides think and feel about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. How do Dev's spirit guides feel about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' thoughts and feelings about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' thoughts and feelings towards CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' thoughts and feelings towards CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' feelings about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' opinions about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' opinions about CB? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What are Dev's spirit guides' thoughts and opinions about CB? Parker said earlier, he said he doesn't really want to move forward in marriage with his ex. He just said that for no reason. He admitted it, like you said. Yeah, this guy is so damn predictable. But let's see what your spirit guides have to say. Knight of Cups reversed. Four of Cups reversed. King of Swords. King of Cups reversed. And Page of Swords. Girl, remember me talking about the Queen of Swords? I know I didn't pull that card, and I know you said that you come up as the Queen of Cups. You don't usually come up as the Queen of Swords. I was using that as an analogy about drawing boundaries. King of Swords, the King of Swords is really, really all about delineating those boundaries. But the King of Swords is, I don't want to say crueler, but more assertive and is more likely to, if they are not abiding by the right behavior, then the King of Swords is Aquarius, is likely to just cut them out of their life. They have no problem doing that. If they are not serving them and they are not being just, and they're not being fair to you, they're not serving you, just gone, done with them. Cut through the BS. He's all BS, girl. Just like you said just now, with him admitting that he actually doesn't want to get married to his ex. The Page of Swords is the truth seeker. Is the one who cuts through the BS. And that's what Spirit's saying, is Spirit is saying that deep down in your heart of hearts, you know that most of what he says cannot be trusted, if anything. The only thing that I believe and trust is that he really, really likes you. I don't know if he's directly said that, but I know that's the case. Spirit is saying that he is not a viable man in your life, especially not in a romantic context, but in any context. It could be, because Cups doesn't have to just be romance, it could also be creation, like creating work together. And Spirit is saying no, 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 no. This is not an emotionally available man. And I think he'd like to think he is, but he's so not well. He can't be a good partner to someone at this time until he heals, and until he figures out what's going on with him and can maybe get some help, because the way he thinks is just not normal. And Spirit is saying to cut your losses here with the Four of Cups reversed. It's time to look at this from a new perspective. It's not a loss. You cutting him out of your life is no loss. It's actually a gain, and it will bring you a greater sense of clarity as to what to anticipate from the future in your life and what you want to manifest and see come to visualization. He said he likes me a lot, and then he takes it back when he doesn't get his. Yeah, exactly. And that's precisely it. He says all this messed up stuff when he doesn't get his way, and he doesn't, and he won't. So he that's why he says all this mean stuff. He genuinely does like you. All that mean stuff he says is not true, so you can't pay it any mind. The guy is just insane. He just wants what he wants, and he's not getting his way, so he's trying to get your go. He's not worth keeping in your life, hon. It wouldn't work business-wise. It wouldn't work romantically. Certainly wouldn't work as a friend. He can't just be friends with you. He's obsessed with you. Friends aren't obsessed with each other. I mean, they can love one another deeply, but they don't develop obsessions with one another. If they do, I mean, that often turns into a romance. Taking it to the next level. That's all he wants. He wants this to be taken to that romantic level. And you don't. And that's the boundary, and this is the boundary you've got to draw. I believe you've made it clear to him that you don't want to be with him. You're not going to be with him. Maybe you haven't. I'm not sure. You don't even know. Well, he did. You're a lovely lady, and I don't see why anyone wouldn't be drawn to you. But the unhealthiness, the obsession, that is a certain type of person. That's someone who is very Knight of Swords reverse, like overthinking things, not thinking correctly, thinking irrationally, delusionally. Yeah, you've got to examine what's right and what's wrong here, and you've got to cut out what's wrong, and pretty much everything about him is wrong. These things that he says to you, these horrible things just to get a rise out of you, it's not okay. And if he's doing this now, and say you did decide to maybe want to date him, can you imagine how he would be in the future? This is so ingrained in his personality, that it's showing now. It's showing now, and it could likely get worse. I mean, quite frankly, I'm kind of curious to know why things ended with his ex. I'm gonna guess that there were similar issues, really unhealthy attachments, developing on obsession, definitely codependency issues. He's definitely got those. I mean, who am I? I'm not here to diagnose anyone, but I feel like he does. And he certainly can't take rejection. He can't handle not getting things his own way. Which we all have to accept at some point in our lives. We're not going to get what we want all the time. And you certainly can't force a person to want you. But in his Delulu mind, I think he thinks there's some shred of hope. He says she's a leech and a parasite. Of course he would. Of course he'd say she's a leech and a parasite. You think he's going to say something nice about her? You think he's going to be like, oh, you know what? She's actually a wonderful woman, and I want to get back together and marry her. He would not say that because he has a crush on you. I highly doubt she's a parasite and a leech. I really find that hard to believe. I feel like he's doing the exact same thing to her that he's doing to you. Puts her on a pedestal, says he wants to marry her, and then goes back and says, "Oh no, she's a parasite. She's a leech. She's this, that, and the other." It's like, well, how about you look at yourself, honey? Like, it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. Like, whenever I explain breakups in past relationships with like new people, I always say, like, I wasn't perfect either. Um, you know, they weren't perfect either. They weren't a totally horrible person. I'm not a horrible person. It just was what it was. Like, talking smack about your ex like that is a really bad sign. Then yesterday after the fight, he said she's better and he'll always go back. Just to get under your skin. I told him he's sick and he deserves her if she's the gold digger he says she is. Yeah, I don't think she is a gold digger. I honestly feel bad for her. I see her as more of a doormat, Deb. I think he treats her like a doormat, and he had an easy way of having his way with her. Whereas with you, it's a challenge. I talk about my faults with my exes. Yeah. I think that's the totally transparent, honest way to do it. Yeah, just after years of reflection, looking back, like we always feel at first that we're the ones that aren't in the wrong, but it does take two to tango, and yeah, like yeah, I've definitely observed things, and yeah, no one's perfect, but yeah, and him just saying, oh, she's this, that, and the other. It's like, that's funny, honey, because you're no angel. So what did you do? What happened? How did you retaliate? Like, what did he do? If she was a leech and a parasite, did he go off and cheat on her? Did he go off and betray her? Like, I don't know. Maybe they're both two peas in a pod, and they're both negative people, low vibrational people. But I kind of get the sense that he's got her wrapped around his finger, and that's what he's wanted to do with you, and he's unable to do it. He's tried and tried and tried. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Deb. I really appreciate you, love. Thank you. And I hope I brought you clarity there. To a difficult situation. He's being difficult and will continue to be difficult. Yeah, he does, just like he cheated with her on his ex-wife. Geez, he's been around since he was married to his ex. She's been around since he was married to his ex-wife. I was told the whole story. That's messy. That's messy, girl. That's a big red flag. Someone behaving like that. And you're fully aware of the story. I mean, this guy, he's definitely showing his true colors. I think we've definitely seen them. And I think they're red in hue. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, he is definitely a bullet to be dodged. A bullet to be dodged there. Yeah, my parents and friends said the same thing. Yeah, you're really dodging a bullet here. You don't, I promise you, it would just get worse and worse and worse. This guy's totally unhinged. He said, I'm the one that's angry and he projected on me. Yeah, that's what he's doing. It's precisely what he's doing. Yeah. Not evil or violent and need to seek help. He said, everyone else said she needs, or he needs therapy, right? Yeah, he needs help. I just said that too. He needs to get help. You're so welcome, Deb. You are very welcome, love. Thank you. You got this, girl. You got this. Yeah, he absolutely does. Yeah. I mean, I go to therapy. I think honestly, I think it's good for everyone. But it's like mandatory for him. Like if I didn't have a therapist, I'd be all good. Like it's good to have one, but he needs one. He needs some serious help and possibly medication. Yeah. It's sad, but I'm still trying to stay positive, still staying positive. Yeah, absolutely. He's not making me feel bad about my character. No, no, he don't get to see you upset. No, he don't get to see you cry. That's my phrase. You don't get to see me cry. You don't get, if you want, because he's trying to get a rise out of you. That's what he wants. He wants to see you get upset. So don't allow him to even get you upset. It's hard not to, I know, but it just doesn't matter. This guy's unhinged. He's just spinning lies. You know yourself, hun. You know yourself. You know your value. You know your worth. You know you're a good woman. It's all that matters. The people who care about you and love you know that too. This isn't love. This is obsession. This is sick. If you truly love someone, you don't talk to them like that. Yeah. I don't know, girl. It was hella slow yesterday too. I don't know. Sorry about the noise. Sorry. Um, it was really slow yesterday too. The rest of the week was really busy. Sorry, I'm yelling. Not yelling at you. I'm just trying to talk over the noise. People must went to sleep. Either they went to sleep early. I mean, it's only 7:47 here. Can you hold on just 1 second, please? Or it may be over now. Okay. It's only 7:45-ish here, so it's not really bedtime West Coast or Mountain or Central. East Coast, I guess, a little later. Yeah. Or people are out. I don't know. Sometimes I find that weekends people are like out and about. Yeah, yeah. It's late on the East Coast, so I figured like it would be mostly like Pacific people at least tonight, but it was slow last night too. It's something that happens on the weekends sometimes. It's hit or miss. I went on a really nice hike today. I'd never been there. It was on the coast. Oh no, I think I've hiked there before. It was on the coast. Really, really beautiful. Cold and foggy, but really beautiful. Okay, so I have been on. Hey! Oh my god, so funny. Hey, Wendy. How are you, honey bunny? I'm doing well. It's been a good weekend, actually. Today was great. Yesterday was great. Yeah, good stuff. How about you? Oh, I'm sorry. You know Mercury just went into retrograde, right? Like 3 days ago. That can definitely amplify some anxiety for sure. I'm sorry, honey. So I took today to slow down. Good, good. Yeah, I went on a hike today, um, which to me is very meditative. You know, it's also physical, but it's also good to be out in nature too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was really nice. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, there's so many beautiful trails around here. I'm really, really lucky. Um, yeah, it's just right along the coast. You did? Aw, thank you, girl. Thank you so much. Please go ahead and post your question right there in chat. Thank you. What is Samuel currently feeling about what happened between me and him? Let's see. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Samuel currently feeling about what happened between him and Wendy? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Samuel currently feeling about what happened between him and Wendy? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Samuel feeling about what happened between him and Wendy? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Samuel feeling about what happened between him and Wendy? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Samuel feeling about what happened between him and Wendy? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Whoa! Okay. I don't think that's ever happened to me before, girl. In all my years of reading. That was odd. These cards are a little hard to shuffle, but holy moly guacamole. Masters and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Yes, Masters and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Yes, Masters and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Yes, Masters and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Yes, Masters and Spirit Guides, how does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides. How does Samuel feel about what happened between him and Wendy? Six of Pentacles reversed, Three of Swords reversed, Six of Swords, Seven of Wands reversed, and Nine of Wands reversed. Wow. Yeah, he's okay. He's really, this is pervading his thoughts, regrets, um, disappointment. Um, he the Six of Pentacles reversed, he knows that there could have been something reciprocal between the two of you. There could have been something reciprocal and balanced and requited between the two of you, but he didn't put in the effort. He didn't put what he needed to into the investment. Like, so he didn't get anything in return. Um, he's disappointed with himself. He's disappointed with the situation, but I'd say himself more than anything. Um, he's hurt. He's hurting, and is trying to, I told you that you're on his mind, like this is on his mind, it's pervading his thoughts a lot. He's trying really hard to not allow it to, like, occupy that much of his mind, but one can only do so much. And he's really, like, deep in it. He's resigned himself to just walking away from the situation, not just the situation, but where you guys live. He's moving, right? Isn't he moving back? I think that, I don't want to say that's like, it's kind of an escape. It's kind of an escape here. And it does it does provide an excuse as well, for why he didn't make his move. You think he was supposed to leave today? Okay. Yeah, 7 of Wands reversed and 9 of Wands reversed. This is such an energy of surrender, of just like, I give up. Like, I screwed up, and there's nothing I can do at this point. The 7 of Wands reversed. He's been this has been an internal conflict for him for so long. He's tired of that mental battle with this 9 of Wands reversed. And I think it's also indicative of Wands being a sexual energy, the sexual arcana, desire. And he's like trying to like put that to rest too, if that makes sense. Because like, if he thinks of you in that context, it's all over. And thinking about you, just about the regrets that he has, rakes up so many emotions in him, and feelings, and just bad feelings. He knows he screwed up. I think I've said this before, but I think he's fully aware that he knows. Excuse me. That happens always when I'm trying to say something. He's fully aware. He knows that he's in the wrong here. He's not blaming you for anything in this situation, and I'm not making excuses for him, but he is really like down on himself. But there's definitely an energy of like resignation, of giving up, surrendering. Just like, there's nothing I can do. There was something I could have done to maybe steer the ship differently, but he didn't do it, He did it to himself. I don't know. Yeah. And honestly, girl, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a pattern of his. It would not surprise me. So, yeah, I just wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't be, because he's a grown ass man. I wouldn't be surprised if he's done this in the past. If he's allowed this to happen within himself and with other women in the past, denying himself. Because we saw it from day one, and now I'm seeing it all here. All these feelings of like rejection, not rejection, but like feeling as though he screwed up, which he did. He had his chance. You basically gave him the keys to the kingdom, almost. You put the ball in his hand, and he still wasn't even in the court. Like, I'm so sorry, Wendy. Yeah, I think that was a wise decision. I don't think first of all, he's leaving soon. Second of all, how is he serving you? And how is he in bettering your life in some way? I feel like continuing to communicate with him would just bring up feelings that you don't want to feel. So drawing that line in the sand, I think, was a smart move, because he's not going to change. He's so stuck in his ways, and he's just like the energy, the operative word is just like resignation. Just like, I give up. Like, he gives up. Hi, honey. Hi. He's not emotionally, yeah, he's not emotionally stable. You need someone who is. Oh, sorry, he's not emotionally well, yeah. Both. He's not emotionally well, he's not emotionally stable. Um, and you need someone who is. You need someone who you can rely on with stability. Um, and not question where they're at mentally, you know. You won't be at work tomorrow. Yeah, yeah. The more you can avoid seeing him, honestly, the better I feel. You know, there's just no benefit left. Um, and you will move on. You'll be okay. It'll happen sooner than you know it. But I understand it's tough right now. You're so welcome, honey. Yeah, you will. I have no doubt you will. I know you will. It'll happen. It's just gonna take. It does take some time. It does take some time, and the fastest way to expedite that is to just try and avoid seeing and talking to them as much as possible. So, thank you so much, Wendy. I really appreciate you, love. Um, thank you so much. I hope I brought you clarity to that tough situation. Okay, so I've been on for a little over 2 hours, so I'm going to do a last call for all donations tonight. If you have a question you need answered, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to read for you. Otherwise, tomorrow's a Monday. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Shoot, I don't see why I wouldn't be on tomorrow. And we just received a donation from Brian. Hey, Brian, how are you doing? Thank you so much. You want to know how Jeff is currently feeling about you right now? Okay. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Ancient Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? Oh, these cards, this doesn't really happen. Thanks, Masters and Spirit Guides, how is Jeff currently feeling towards Brian? And thank you so much for your donation, Marissa. I received that. Let me go ahead and add you here. All right, let's see, Brian. King of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Pentacles. The Tower reversed. Knight of Swords. And Knight of Pentacles reversed. Lots of reversed pentacles. You guys didn't, like, get in an argument. Sorry. You guys didn't get in an argument recently, did you? Or anything like that? We do have, I mean, the Tower is reversed right here in the center. When it comes to friendship, and you don't, yeah, you didn't. Okay. When it comes to friendship, and when we're seeing reversed pentacles, this King of Pentacles reversed, this Knight of Pentacles reversed, this lends credence to him, unfortunately, for whatever reason, feeling a little less either he's feeling just in general far less stable than he's been feeling lately, or perhaps you haven't been speaking to him as often as you normally do, and he may feel like you're not as there for him as you're not there for him as often as you usually are. It's interesting, we have both the Seven of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Like, the Seven of Pentacles is slow and steady progress. I've been posting some stuff about the Trump Epstein thing on my social media lately. I don't know if you've seen them. Do you guys see eye to eye politically, and is that a problem if the two of you don't? Because there is something about thought, about like thinking, the mind with this Knight of Swords. I mean, is it something that would have like offended him or differed from something he believes in or something? I don't understand really. But I what I do see and feel here is still very heavy energies with this guy. So I feel like the feeling of having a normal friendship with someone who's going through something really intense like this is going to be difficult to harness at times. It's going to be difficult to always feel. I mean, he definitely still values you with this Seven of Pentacles and this Tower having been in its reversed position here. He may just be needing, he might be needing more from you at this time. He might be wanting to communicate more. Because I do, there is a strong sense of like, wanting to feel more, wanting to feel as though you can be someone to turn to for him to talk to and process things at any time. And maybe you can't. Maybe you're not capable of doing that. Maybe that's maybe a boundary that needs to be set or something along those lines. But the pervasive energy that I'm getting from this question, from this reading, is again, he's not only going through it as he appears to have been in almost every reading we've done for him, at least as of late. But it seems to be particularly bad right now, and more than likely not just with the cards, but just like in real life, just due to psychology, it's likely bleeding into the friendship, and might be and is likely causing some not miscommunication but misunderstandings, or at least questioning things about him that maybe you wouldn't have questioned in the past. Yeah, he's definitely going through it, and does need a lot of support, and does need your friendship and values your friendship, and certainly does not want to lose it. But he might be particularly needy at this time is another possibility there. Okay. Thank you very much, Brian. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you clarity this evening. Hi, Marissa. What are Alshon's true feelings for me? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Angels, Masters, and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Use Masters and Spirit Guides, what are Alshon's true feelings for Marissa? Jumpy cards today. You're very welcome, Brian. Thank you. 3 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles reversed, 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands reversed, and Ace of Cups. So there is some affection there, Marissa. When it comes to Alshon with this Ace of Cups, there is affection for you. But with it being the Ace of Cups, it is very self-serving. If this was 2 of Cups, I'd be like, wow, like, I feel like he's turning a new leaf. But Ace of Cups, I feel goes back to what I have read about him in the past, which is like, he wants things on his terms in his way, and nothing less, nothing more. We asked what his feelings were towards you. I'll start there. That's the only card I'm liking. I'll be on. 3 of Wands is pretty neutral here. I don't like the number 3. I'm concerned there might be a third party that he is surveying, because the 3 of Wands is all about surveying one's kingdom, or like assessing people, or assessing or a situation, and we've got 3 things that he's surveying here, and I feel like you might be one of them. He is chaotic. He is chaotic. He does not feel true value towards you. He feels affection towards you, but when it comes to really respecting a woman and treating her as the goddess, as the goddess that she is, who created his child, because the 9 of Pentacles is very, like, a very fertile card too. It's a very, like, maternal card, and he has little to no respect for you, not just as a woman in his actions towards you, but as a mother to his child. The value, his ability, I feel, to truly value someone is very, very low. I think that threshold is super low. His feelings, we have the 5 of Wands. I think he has some feelings of possible either conflict with other people who you know, or either feeling some type of jealousy. Even if you're not seeing someone else, he might have it in his mind that you are talking to other guys, and if he is talking to other girls, that's the type of person to precisely suspect that kind of behavior. And if that's something he's suspecting, whether it be true or not, you guys aren't together, but he still feels a sense of competition. It's not even possessiveness so much as it is competition. And I see that here with the 7 of Wands reverse. It's not so much possessiveness. It's definitely things on his terms, on his time, but in terms of feeling like this, like defending you and defending your honor, it's absent, it's missing with the 7 of Wands reversed. I feel like he's extremely emotionally immature and doesn't know. I don't want, it sounds cruel, I don't want to say you're definitely not together. Yeah, that's what I thought. You guys aren't even together. So for him to feel like some kind of like jealousy or competition, it's just not fair. It's just not fair, and it's likely something that he's delusionally come up with in his mind, Marissa. Yeah, so there is some affection there, but again, like, please do bear in mind, like, he's very self-serving, and in that I feel he's willing to, and has tried to manipulate or like intimidate into getting what he wants. And I think it's really, you know, I know you didn't ask my opinion, but I think it's really great that you're standing your ground and you're standing firmly and maintaining your boundaries, because that's what's going to be key here. He's just gonna, you know, you gotta maintain those boundaries and protect yourself and your kid, because I just, his intentions are very are just entirely self-serving, and yeah, his intention should be to be there for you and your child, but it's entirely like very physical, and if he can't get what he wants, he pouts and he turns the other way. He called your dad the B word. Okay, no, that's so unacceptable. That, does he think that he's gonna get in your good graces by doing that? This guy's unhinged, Marissa. He is totally unhinged. That's not right at all. You know that. I hope you do. I don't even know why he has a problem. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe your dad, you know, knows that he's not good for you, and he maybe sees him as a potential like block to you, and he's acting out like that by calling him awful. That is terrible, Marissa. I'm so sorry, and I'm sorry your dad had to deal with that and endure that. He's totally clearly unhinged. Um, yeah, not good. Definitely maintain your distance there. Um, your dad helps take care of his son. Okay, totally wildly and even more unacceptable. I mean, it was already totally unacceptable. That makes it even dirtier. Wow, that's awful. That's truly like what a scoundrel. That's disgusting. I'm so sorry. That, I think that shows a lot of his true colors. Um, no, not good. Well, thank you so much, Marissa. Again, I mean, I know you didn't ask for my opinion. Sorry, there's something over there. But I think it's just really best for you to just keep your distance here. He's not all together. I didn't tell my parents what he said because I'll show him as a child. Yeah. Oh, we called him that. He called him that behind your dad's back. I see it. I see. Okay. Yeah, no, he's a child, absolutely. And you know what? Someone told me years ago, there's no use in arguing or dealing or arguing with children or crazy people. Like you're never gonna win. And he might be both. He might be both here, you know. Um, so yeah, girl, I'm really sorry. And it's really good and important that you know that this is the wrong behavior. You're so welcome. Thank you so much, Marissa. Thank you. All right, I'm going to do another last call for donations tonight. If you have a question and like a reading, please let me know. Thank you. Last call tonight for all donations. Thank you. If you have a question, let me know. Thank you. Last call tonight. Last call for all donations. Thank you. Last call for all donations tonight. Thank you. All right, looks like everyone is happy and taken care of. Thank you all so much, and I'll likely